Welcome to Let's Make People Smile. Let's smile together, my lovelies.
Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to a new episode of AnimeTalk. It is summer, it is hot, and I hate it. So that's why I stay inside and watch some good anime. So, yes, new episode of AnimeTalk, the show in which we talk about series that are old, new, good or bad. Basically a first impression type of show. And this is a specific show that, watching only the first episode, you won't really get the first initial impression of it, as the whole theming of it and the whole purpose of the show really doesn't shine in the first episode. There's a lot of things that aren't really delved into in the first episode, so this is one of those cases, like with One Piece, that I watched multiple episodes to really get the whole grasp of what the series is about. So OddTaxi is about this walrus named Otokawa. He is about 40 years old. He is this regular taxi driver who wants nothing complicated in his life. He doesn't want to really get involved with people, not really get involved with anyone, just tries to live his own life. But there is this huge mystery about this teenage high school girl who went missing, and maybe our main protagonist has something to do with it. Meanwhile, there are other colorful cast of characters who sort of get involved with our main character, and even side characters that actually get involved with each other. It's a huge mystery. It sort of has like a weird, like kind of chill vibe to it. I think it has helped with the art style, the toning of the music, and how everything is framed out. So yes, this is one of those other animes where it has animals that are more anthropomorphic, kind of like Retsuko, and also in the same vein as Beastar. But instead with Beastars, it's more kind of chill, like everyone's pretty okay with like hanging around each other, whether they're herbivores or carnivores. Like they're kind of chilling. I think the only thing that's kind of different in the universe of OddTaxi is that they're only mammals. Because when I think about it, there was this specific episode where a character has a pet bird. I was like, oh, so I guess it's just like only a mammal type of world because they have, you know, birds as pets and reptiles and all that stuff. Because I know in Beastars, you know, there's bugs, and I think that's pretty much it when it comes to like animal stuff. I haven't really caught up with the rest of Beastars, so I could be wrong about that. There could be other different types of animal pets in the universe of Beastars, but yeah. And I haven't seen BNA yet, so I don't know the whole context of that whole show, but I think pretty much every species is basically an animal in that show. But like I said, with OddTaxi, it seems like all the characters are mammals, and I'm like, oh, okay, this surprisingly makes a lot of sense to me now. And the thing I really like about it is our main protagonist. The thing is that we actually really don't know a lot about Otokawa. There's a lot of mystery evolving around him. We don't know, you know, how he has this sort of constant flashback of fear, or maybe there was some sort of tragedy that us, the viewers, don't know about. So it's actually really cool to have a character that we honestly don't really know that much about. And honestly, it's kind of refreshing to see a character that's over the age of 30. Like, this dude is 40 years old. What was the last time you thought about an anime character that's, like, over the age of 40 and is a protagonist? No, Joseph Joestar does not count. He is a side character in Part 3, but still a very important character. But it's just refreshing to have a protagonist like Otokawa just be sort of just this adult, just still trying to figure out his own purpose and just trying to lay low for a good bit. But the really other big thing I really love about the show is that the side characters, you would think, because there are some episodes that are focused on specific characters, you would think they always would last in that one specific episode, which is not the case. I was actually really surprised that these side characters actually play a big part of the story, not only in, you know, telling their daily lives and their own struggles as an individual, but also the colliding of different characters. And it's really neat. I don't know, I was actually really surprised that all these characters still stuck around for so long, because you have one character who's trying to get famous and trying to get people to like his tweets basically on Twitter, and then the next thing you see him in a next episode prior, which he's talking about how he wants to capture this well-known, well-wanted criminal, and he's getting well-liked and well-beloved as he really wanted to be. So I think that huge continuity I really like a lot, because, I don't know, some stuff like that, it's kind of pushed to the side, and a lot of stories kind of really don't think about stuff like that. But I was really generally happy that a lot of these characters with simple sort of stories actually stuck around and are continuing to stick around for the story. And the whole thing I really like about when the characters enter the taxi with Odokawa is that they actually talk about their own initial struggles and basically what they can do to actually, you know, progress to their own goals, or what could they do to better themselves as a person. And a lot of times it's Odokawa's kind of like simplistic wording that kind of like opens their eyes, be like, hey, you're pretty neat, like, come on, let's take a picture. And that same character who is up for getting likes and tweets and retweets and stuff, he generally gets that huge crowd of people because he took that selfie with Odokawa. I don't know, it's a weird comforting, but it's also a very mysterious show because the art style looks very soft, the character designs are very soft. Like, even the background art, you could considerably say that it's very soft, very simple in colors. But the whole narrative of OddTaxi is all shrouded in mystery because, like I said before, we really don't know that much about the main protagonist, and there's little tiny hints that something could be very messed up and dark with our main protagonist, and little tiny hints of who is in his house. Who is he talking to in his house? And that's that whole thing that isn't really immediately answered, and that really just keeps the viewers questioning, like, is he the one that kidnapped this high schooler girl, or maybe it's something completely different, and maybe it turned out to be a misunderstanding by other people because people in his life suspect that he had something to do with the kidnapped girl, or the girl that went missing, because they said that they were last seen in Odokawa's taxi. And I don't know, just him not knowing too much about it, and the characters around him not knowing too much about it, except for like a couple of like big gang bosses where they're looking for the girl, but the girl, I believe, is the daughter of a main head boss of, yeah, it was the Yakuza. And I don't know, it keeps building up, and I generally am super excited to see the whole climax of the show and how everything is wrapped up, because I know it's only 12 episodes long, and like I said before, it's ended really recently, and I actually heard a lot of good things about the ending, so I'm really genuinely happy to see how it's going to progress in the story and how everything is going to be wrapped up. And I gotta say, there are a lot of very subtle and very actually heart-touching scenes in OddTaxi. I think the one that immediately comes to mind is, I forgot her name, but the lamb, she's like driving in the car and she's having this conversation with Odokawa. They kind of like talk about things that, you know, their hometown, or maybe, you know, finding love and stuff. And I love that whole scene because generally it's really sweet. And then, without saying any spoilers, going forth with the story that might change. That's all I'm gonna say about it. And also, it also tackles very darker stories, and there's even stories about obsession and addictions. I kid you not, I was not expecting an episode of a character being overly obsessed over gacha. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I was just like, wow, this is very topical. Like, I can see this kind of story going very downhill in this specific topic, so I was like, I was not expecting that, but I can see how someone could be driven to madness because of losing their self into gacha. I don't know, because gacha is such a massive thing nowadays, not only in Japan, but, you know, around the world, with like a bunch of games that people are playing on their apps or on the internet. And my dog's in my room, so she's having a great time on the floor. If you hear her, that is her. And also, I really like the soundtrack of it. I don't know, it's like I said, it's relaxing, but then there's some scenes that are suspenseful. It's a series that really keeps you on the edge, but you really don't feel too worried, I guess? I don't know. It's a weird sensation watching the show because it pulls you in so many different feelings when it comes to, it's like, am I supposed to be feeling relaxed because of how soft the show looks with its art style, or am I supposed to be tense because of what they're talking about and what things are being hinted into? I don't know. Also, the opening and the ending songs in this anime are great. I love it. It's so smooth. I love it so much. I want to listen to it like all the time, anytime, whenever I can. And honestly, I think that is generally all I have to say about OddTaxi. I'm really loving the suspense of the show. I really dig not only the main character because he's so mysterious and shrouded in mystery, But I also love the other characters that I was surprised had so much to do with the story, so I'm very excited to see how this all comes to an end. And possibly, maybe, I might do a whole review about it. I don't know, let's see. I am planning to do a lot of reviews about it, but I have to get my whole assets first, because if you don't know, I'm going to start doing anime reviews, full-on anime over... Why is my dog licking her toe? But I'm gonna be doing anime reviews, going really in-depth about everything. And I have a certain theme to it that I want to do, basically dressing up as a maid and doing a whole, basically, cafe theme thing to it, so that's why I haven't started on it yet. I have to get some assets. And also an outfit bought for me, so look forward to that. I'm gonna be wearing probably a blue maid outfit, so look out for that. And that's basically it. Tell me what you lovelies think about OddTaxi in the comment section below. I want to hear your opinions about OddTaxi. Do you dig it? Do you not dig it? Do you like the tone of it? What do you vibe with? What do you jive with OddTaxi? And make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit that notification bell, because YouTube sometimes doesn't notify my subscribers about when I am coming out with a new video. And of course, you can support me and my Patreon down in the description below if you would be so inclined to. It's not a requirement, but I would highly appreciate it. And that is it. Thank you so much, my lovelies, for watching today's episode of Anime Talk, and I will see you in the next episode of Anime Talk, or whatever else I'm going to be talking about on this channel, whether I do Let's Plays or any other anime-based things, or even art. So yeah, take care, my lovelies, and a peace.
I want to pick up my baby butt. Come here, my baby girl.
I can't believe, look how cute she is. She's a goober. You sleepy? Sniff the mic. Give me some dog ASMR. Look how cute she is. I could literally hold her like a baby.
Daisy. Mwah.
She's like the most sweetest thing. I can't even. Oh, Jesus.
Say hi.
She's so confused. She's like, what?
Okay, hello.
She's so precious. I love her so much.
Ain't that right? Ain't that right, baby?
I'm gonna put you in the bed now. Okay, video over.